Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is Best and Slot, and tonight we're going to talk about something moderately upsetting. In a video we did last week, I actually talked about how, given that Jurassic Park has a 25th anniversary coming up next year, hopefully we would see a nice new shiny Blu-ray box ray set for the original 3 films. I literally mentioned it a week ago. You can go back and watch that video, the 25th anniversary merchandise video. And as it happens, a week later, here we are with 3 new Blu-ray covers for the original Jurassic Park trilogy. Some really nice conceptual ideas for this trilogy box set. Unfortunately, nice ideas, terrible execution. So, first things first, Jurassic Park. Now, I have a few issues with this. Let's start with the right eye of the T-Rex, because, and actually the left eye, but mainly the right eye. It's this bizarre, beady little thing that just looks stupid. It doesn't look scary. It looks like it's a weird little oddball. Like he's really happy. He looks happy, doesn't he? Really? Let's just do a little. There we go. There we go. Happy. He looks thrilled. Like, hey, Grant, it's been a long time, bro. Where have you been? Also, whilst we're on the T-Rex, the whole scale just seems a little bit weird. But if we just look at the right hand here, what is that there? What is that? Right there. I'm going to zoom in, right, just for this bit. I'm going to zoom in. Where's my zoom? That right there. Oh no, I've got scrubby. You can see what I mean though, right? That right there. So you see what I'm looking at there? I'm going to make my brush a little smaller for this. This is CSI level stuff right there, folks. What is that? What is it? I think it's a thumb. That T-Rex, not only is this finger substantially larger than the other, by like a fairly, 4 times the size, and as it curves in. This arm, I don't think that makes any sense. So you think about where the T-Rex is, it's going that kind of way. This arm, I just don't like that. But that right there, that's a bloody thumb. So, moving on from the terrible looking T-Rex, let's talk about some other stuff. The logo itself, and why have they... I understand what they've done here. What they've done across all 3 of these films, actually, is tried to make the Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3 logos kind of blend in with the Jurassic World logo. You've seen the Jurassic World logo. It is grayscale. It's kind of this stony, metal-y kind of texture. And that's clearly what they've done with the Jurassic Park logo here. But then brought in the red to kind of bring it back to the original Jurassic Park a little bit. Unfortunately, it's fairly terrible. And it just kind of, I don't know, it looks stupid. It just gives us, like... You know, you're trying to celebrate the 25th anniversary here, or at least I assume that was part of the drive for it, so why would you change it? Why would you modernise something? If anything, you should be banking on nostalgia, which is obviously kind of the point in the cover, given you've given us this classic Jurassic Park scene. Moving on from that, the lens flare. That is a default Photoshop lens flare. You know what, we're going to add one. If I can actually... I've not done one in so long that I might actually have forgotten how to do it. Render... lens flare, bam, there we go. It's the same thing. You can see, look at the similarities. It's literally the same thing. You can even see here, you've got the little effects that come off the lens flare in Photoshop. These color marks here. Incredibly lazy. Furthermore, this car is humongous. Or Alan Grant is tiny. If you think about it, Alan Grant's like the size of the car, but he's quite a distance back from it as well. Also, I think the flare should be on the other side. There's a lot wrong here, right? Not only did this scene not happen in this order for the first place, you know, the flare happens before the Jeep is turned over. So why is the Jeep turned... It's just stupid, okay? Right. However, this is only the second worst. The worst one is Jurassic Park 2. The Lost World. So once again, they've changed up the logo. Again, it looks like the Jurassic World logo, for God knows what reason. These are the biggest stegosaurs in the history of anything ever made, basically. They are humongous! I really like this idea they've got of taking an iconic scene from the films. Personally, I would have gone for the scene with the 2 T-Rexes, but given they already had a T-Rex, I can understand why they wanted to mix it up. I would have gone for the scene with the 2 T-Rexes and the trailer going over the cliff. I think for the first film, that's pretty perfect. I mean, it's terrible, but the idea is good. This one, they've just got these ginormous stegosaurs. And the thing is, these aren't even the stegosaurs from The Lost World. Now, you'll all remember, this scene never happened in The Lost World for a start. This is taken... I mean, this is kind of what it was from, but it wasn't this kind of bombarding, rampaging stegosaurs chasing them down. But these are the stegosaurs from Jurassic World, not the Lost World Jurassic Park. The ones with these the weird sort of raised up tail arch and stuff like that. Quite inaccurate stegosaurs, but the ones we've become accustomed to with the franchise these days. it's just, I mean, they've taken this image from the film. You know, Nick is actually there, just kind of very much hidden behind Ian just I only just spotted him for the first time. But I mean, the Photoshop job is just terrible. You can see where it's blended in at parts, and there's this weird sort of, like here, this kind of scratchy water texture just shoved over the top of it, clearly to try to blend it in with this manic background of giant Stegosauruses. I could do this better. I'm okay on Photoshop. I've been using it for a good 10 years now. I'm not a professional though, and it's not my day job. And I firmly believe I could have done this better. I could have done this exact same one better. And if I could do it, there are countless people out there who could have done it too. Now, oddly enough, Jurassic Park 3, probably the best one, right? It's simple, it's clean, but the scene clearly hasn't been... God, my chair's squeaky. Both of the others have clearly been over, like, photoshopped. I mean, this has clearly got some Photoshop work in it, but it is pretty much from the film. It's just kind of got, like, a bit of extra over the top of it. Whereas the other two were clearly, you know, composite images of several different things. This one at least looks kind of more like a screen grab from the film itself. I don't know why they've messed up the Jurassic Park 3 logo. I don't know why they've got the T-Rex there, not the Spinosaurus. I don't know why it's got this weird muddy brown orange colour. I don't really get that at all. I don't know why they've felt the need to ruin the logos. But this one I don't have much to say about, considering it's the worst film. It's ended up with probably the best one. They once again have this weird obsession with here, you can see it here, you can see it here. I know it's meant to be water spraying up, but it doesn't look like it. It just looks like they've clearly got like a grainy stone-esque texture and overlaid it and sharpened it a little bit. And they've done it all over. You can see it all over here as well. It's just incredibly lazy. Get rid of them. Don't like it. Look at that blurry background instead. We're going to end it there. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comments down below what scenes do you think they should have done. What would you differently to make those covers better? And hopefully, in a few months' time, I'll be here announcing the release of some really beautiful 25th anniversary Blu-ray sets rather than this garbage, basically. Cheers. Much love. As always. Bye-bye.